everybody, and welcome to the Beloved Dorsey Podcast. I am Imani Dorsey.
I'm Justin Dorsey.
And we are, of course, the Beloved Dorseys, podcast where we talk about life, love, relationships, marriage, and all of that.
And this is season 2.
This is season 2. We've been gone for a little minute.
But we're back like we never left.
Mm-hmm. We're going to give you all of the life updates. Before we get to that point, we're going to talk about
our first topic or first segment, which is going to be doom scrolling.
Yeah.
Stuff we come across as we are
scrolling on the internet.
Stuck in that endless vacuum. I'll explain my pumpkin head later as well.
What's today's topic?
So today's topic is that list that I'm sure everybody's been seeing everywhere. I've been seeing several people comment on it, and it is the list of places that women do not want to be taken on a first date. In full transparency, totally believe this list is fake. This is just social media propaganda, but it makes great talking points because I love reading comments. And while a lot of people that I see are saying this is absolutely ridiculous, there are also people that agree with a lot of things on this list.
How about you read some of them off to us and we can
let's talk about it. Let's see. So the women's one. Mm-hmm. Number 1, which started this off because of another video, the Cheesecake Factory.
That video is crazy.
Cheesecake Factory being number 1 is really wild because I maybe have been to Cheesecake Factory like 2 or 3 times. I've only probably eaten a meal there once or twice. I've been there for like people's birthdays or something where I wasn't really eating like that. Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden, the movies, your house.
Hold on. Run it back. 1, Cheesecake Factory, probably not my favorite place. I think it's because they have so many options I get overwhelmed.
Definitely not a bad... It's not a bad restaurant. But the movies.
Let's talk about the movies.
Movies isn't really a great first date.
It's not.
It's not a great... Functionally, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it in terms of it being too good. It has to be paired
with something.
Yeah, you would have to go to eat beforehand or something. Or after,
Or one of our friends suggested if you're really big into movies, it might make for a great conversation, but it doesn't make for a great conversation in the movie because you're supposed to be watching the movie. But what else?
Unless you're using this is just an opportunity to meet up to, get right in the back of the movie theater. That's a different situation.
But if you want to have a proper first date, that's not it.
It's a different situation.
Your house is definitely not it.
Also, different situation. Also, getting some get right in the back of the house it's a different situation. But if you're trying to make it a date, this
I can be honest, some of the other restaurants that you listed, now take me to Chipotle, I'm with it. But
Chipotle as a first date is hilarious. That's big college vibes.
Yeah.
Like I'm poor. Let's go on Chipotle.
But not everybody has it, right?
Nah, for sure. What was it? Any fast food chain. I just took my wife out to McDonald's. Yeah. That was probably dinner.
That was dinner.
I might still get some tonight, so bam.
Mission accomplished.
Whatever, right. Y'all out here losing.
See.
Y'all out here losing. She talking real spicy now. Wait for the update. Anyway, Buffalo Wild Wings, which is a chain restaurant, so it's redundant. We're redundant. Wingstop.
No.
Red Lobster.
Wingstop's wings are not good.
I couldn't tell you.
Red Lobster... A buffet.
Red Lobster used to be fancy. I don't know.
A buffet is a definite no.
A buffet is just.
But
weird,
again, if that's what you got, if that's what you can afford, that's okay.
IHOP, Denny's. That's not even a place I go. The gym's real random.
That's not a date.
That's not a date. Church
is definitely not a date.
It's not a date.
You coming to see Jesus, not
me. Yeah, I mean, when you that kind of saved somebody, that is somebody's
now
date. Now
church and then breakfast afterwards.
Yeah,
then breakfast could be the date part, but
like I met you, I want to invite you to this place that I worship to also see if you believe like how I believe.
Church and Denny's, church and IHOP. I probably wouldn't go to Denny's, but church and IHOP could.
You just listed 2 things on this no date list to combine into the ultimate not first date.
Okay. Okay.
According to this list. Where we at? Then the gym. Starbucks
is a date.
So, but they said Starbucks, any coffee place, not a first date, which is ridiculous because especially if you met somebody on an app dating app, social media, whatever, and you want to have a nice, casual, low cost where you don't have a lot invested in this, just to meet somebody with a cool ambiance where you can actually have a conversation, coffee house makes a lot of sense.
Coffee definitely makes sense. I think it's very low stakes, which is okay for me. I feel like if I don't know how I feel about you and we're just kind of testing it out, then it's okay that it doesn't cost a bunch of money. Like, we're both trying to figure out if we even want to invest into what's going on.
What's same thing with ice cream dates. Family functions is weird. I'm not bringing nobody that I don't know well to a family.
No.
You don't bring somebody that you don't know well to
you don't know how they
meet
gonna
your
act.
family. It's
you
weird.
don't know how your family gonna act.
This is just weird.
Nothing about it feels like a date.
It's big weird.
Another one.
What we got? Family function, movie night. So this is still more house Netflix at the house.
I'm not really for the house date, but I can see how moving out
like a group
is better or more productive than movie.
As in like with a group. No. We're talking about.
No, that is Netflix and chill, but there's space for communication. You get to control when the movies.
So how's that different than taking them to your house?
No,
for the house.
I'm against the house thing, but I'm saying if it's a movie night, it's like snacks and pizza and stuff.
So you fell for the you fell for the okie. Say you fell for the okie doke without saying you fell for the okie doke.
Yes, Justin, you got me to come over to your house with the okie doke.
Alright, you come over to somebody else's house, then you get over my house. Anyway, somewhere that requires a long drive, but you want somewhere nice that's not a run of the mills place.
Is
that's
it fall?
Everywhere, but you don't want somewhere far. You want a lot.
Somewhere that requires a far distance could be nice.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense.
But you actually gotta like that person. Like, you can't be trying to figure it out at that point. That I don't want to ride with you for an hour and a half.
I don't understand people that just be raw dogging, asking somebody out on a date that you don't have a semblance of. Like, I'm not. That's why I don't believe in that. Just because you see somebody that looks good and just trying to holler at them, that's weird because people be weird.
That's why you invited me to a micro house party.
Yeah, because people be weird. People be weird. Bowling is a big first date.
Bowling, yeah.
Big bowling is...
You competitive? A nightclub is a no.
Nightclub don't
Hookah
work.
bar, no. A bar just for drinks
is similar to that's like the adult version or the outing version of coffee.
Yeah, it can't be a loud. It has to be a bar. It can't be a loud bar.
They got nice places that make nice
Waffle
drinks.
House is a no.
Waffle House is not crazy. A date. Waffle House is not a date.
Waffle House is dinner and a movie. Wrapped up into one more time than not.
I love Waffle House, but Waffle House is like a place of last resort. Waffle House is the spot that's just there out of convenience that you go to after the club, or because you really want to waffle on a random Tuesday.
And then sports event.
I mean, so
is it a professional game?
That just all depends. That all depends on where we at. Somebody balling out and they got you floor tickets, or hey, I got box seats because my job got us hooked up or whatever. Then you got a real smooth. That's a real smooth move, and you trying to talk yourself out of a blessing right now with that. So that's you're wild. Okay, so here I'll play devil's advocate though. We are coming from this and from the standpoint of people who were dating in their early to mid 20s, are not super established. If you are 30, 35 and in a career, may or may not have children, whatever, you had to get a babysitter to leave the house for this. You left the house to get taken out to Applebee's.
It's a difference
which is still you not in the house, but also don't waste my time.
It's a difference between being established or being in a more established space and being very new to adulthood and figuring out what's what in the world. And so
you also know who you approaching with certain things. As somebody that knows you and knows your taste and preferences and how you go about, you are not above going to a cheesecake factory. If I want to get you somewhere cool, but we're not spending a crazy amount of money. You're not above a Cheesecake Factory or something on that line.
That is because I am interested in you. And so the place matters less because we're not going to live there. Now, I do get it, and I do get the whole valuing yourself and all those other things. I don't expect anybody to invest in something I'm not even ready to invest into. And so I personally don't think it's fair to be like, oh, well, you have to spend all this money on the first day. I do get it, and it's great, but I also wouldn't be mad because if I'm not ready to put a bunch of money into it, because I'm still trying to figure it out, then
low risk. Low risk. We just, feeling each other out.
Especially if you're dating. Like,
I also don't like that idea of, and maybe also because I didn't have a good experience with it, but I don't like that idea of just trying to do a one-on-one or a date out with somebody that I don't actually have a good understanding of the type of person that they are. I'm very motivated by your personality, by your character, all of this. So I need to have at least spent a couple of hours around you and seeing you interacting and see how you are before I want to be in a space alone with you or, take you out somewhere. Just, I don't know. The men's one. The men's one was just the men's one was even more ridiculous. Things
men won't pay for before.
I didn't find that one. I find a group of men made a list of women you shouldn't take on a date.
That list is the most ridiculous thing I've ever
Number
heard.
1, single mothers. They deserve to be alone. Number 2, women with tattoos. Whores. Number 3. Women who dress, it just says women who dress like this in public. What is this?
And there was no picture for this.
There's no picture. Number 4, sex workers. In parentheses, OnlyFans girls, mattress actress. That's hilarious. Strippers, IG models, bottle girls, so on and so on. Number 5, women with IGs. You're out of the running. You got 2 of them things. Really got 3 or 4, actually. Crazy. You're doubly unfit.
I'm definitely
quadruply unfit.
Oh, it gets worse. Keep going.
Let's see. Women with non-earring piercings. You got a nose piercing.
Out of there.
You're out of here. Women with purple hair or any other unnatural color.
Had that before. Out of there.
Women with whole friends. Models who market to men. Whores. What do we got?
Stop saying whores.
Women who travel regularly. Women who drink liquor regularly. Women with weak/absentee fathers. Now you didn't even have a choice on this. All of these were things you had a choice about. If your daddy wasn't there, you were out the running. You was already. You don't come from good stock. Where we at? Women who live alone. Women with...
Pause. Who are they supposed to live with?
Other untattooed, unpierced, unsocial media having
women
in their parents' house.
Okay.
With their daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Women that with party voice. Women with, I don't even know what that means. Mm-hmm. Women on dating apps.
Isn't that what a dating app is for?
Women who've been on Fresh and Fit. What is that? I think it's a podcast. I don't know. Women with lists. What else we got here? Women who have been engaged, divorced, American black women, and then women raised in the West. Just a pure fool.
There's a picture of Kevin American Samuels. Black women. Why? What's up with the hate for black?
Because obviously you're unfit.
Because of the melanin in my skin, obviously.
Nah, it's because y'all, require a lot, and you talk back, and
angry.
And you're angry and bitter. Mm-hmm. You're bitter.
Got it.
Yeah. That's why you can't keep a man. And your fathers aren't in your life.
Right.
And you got all them tattoos and piercings.
It's the most ridiculous thing. I think you're allowed to have your preference, but to kind of like shun a whole group of people. you know.
You mispronounce the word prejudice.
Oh,
Because we've surpassed preference at that point when you said American black women. I think that's far exceeded. I don't know what the line would be where it passes over from preference to prejudice. I guess if we had the definition pulled up, then maybe.
Well, here's my question: as a black man with a black wife, how does it feel to hear that kind of stuff when sometimes it comes from people that look like you?
Those don't be niggas I be around. Those aren't the type of niggas that be in my circle. I think it's dumb, but there's a lot of we see and hear people do a lot of stuff. Even friends. I have friends with stuff I see them say or post things that I think are dumb. So there's nothing I can do about that. It makes me sad. I'm not usually in the presence of it, and it does not. I don't have the opportunity to just usually call those people out, but also a lot of times those people are so set in their idiocy or prejudice, whatever their ignorance, that it's not even worth going back and forth because you're just going to frustrate yourself. Like a Kevin Samuels or Kevin Samuels-esque type of guy that have these standpoints, but feel they're educated enough to justify why. Just like I'm not going to argue with men that want to tell on that note of, if a guy is bisexual, he's just gay. You can't be no bisexual. That's just I'm not going to argue with you, and I'm gonna just let you be dumb. You just want to be dumb. You want to be loud and wrong and have this stance and make people other than and stand on your podium. You got it.
Sometimes it's realizing that people, it doesn't really matter what you say. They're very stuck in how they feel, and that's just what it is. And I don't have to argue with you about it.
I don't have the energy for it. It doesn't. I also I pick and choose my battles and where I feel like I have the energy to make a point for something. If I feel really strongly, I feel like I can list off these things. But after a certain point, and usually people that are that disillusioned, I'm just going to be frustrated because I'm going to list you with facts or something, obvious comparison that makes sense. And like, oh no, that's not true, or that's not the same thing. All right, you got it.
So to the point of lists. Did you ever have a list, and like what kind of things were on that list, and was that list the same or did it change over time? Did you have a list? Like young Justin, the perfect wife. Did you just imagine me, didn't you? You're just like,
didn't have a list.
Okay, no list.
Didn't have a list, which is why, and you've gotten on me or brought up this idea before. Anybody that I've dated in my past generally nobody looked alike each other. It was everybody's always different because I have been attracted to people outside of what they look like. I mean, the physical is important. That is a factor. They were all black women are beautiful. I have never dated a woman that was ugly. So the physical features are important. They were all black women, generally usually Christian or Christian adjacent, and if they were not, then that's also was a factor why it wasn't something that was gonna last. But other than that, I did not have this, oh, you got to be like this, because I know my attraction can fluctuate depending on who that person is and the qualities of that person personally. So what about you?
I definitely have a list. Can I remember what was on that list? Absolutely not.
What was the height? What was the height on the list?
It had to be at least like 6 foot or something. It was tall. It was tall. Tall was on there. Yeah.
Ain't nobody looking for short niggas. There's nobody over there that's like 5'5" and below. That's I don't want. If he above 5'5", then get him out of here. Get him out of here. I want him to walk up on me and be like, right, coochie height, right there. That's what I'm looking for.
No, but I did. Oh, there we go. I didn't have a height preference. I mean, I did have a height preference, but I was also aware that I was growing as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always had a forgiving nature of like people are growing. And so as much as I was...
If he's not 6 feet, he'll grow into it.
No, shut up. So the concept of like, if you are not... Thank you for zooming out. And if I zoom out more, amazing. If you're not exactly where I want you to be, that's okay, because I'm not exactly where I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so it allowed me to give people chances. It probably gave out more chances than it should have.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just kind of this understanding
Sending
of like
them house dates.
Shut up. I tried to be understanding, and so I had a list, but I wasn't so like married to the list that if it didn't fit the list, you know, it was a no. So.
Speaking of didn't fit, let's transition into this next topic. I don't know what the segue was there, but you know.
You're fine. So we're gonna start doing you're so sexy. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. There we
contain
go.
yourself. I know.
Beautiful.
Take whatever time you need.
No. Fawning over you. We're going to
Girl, yeah. Stop.
we are going to introduce a new segment called Would You Say? Where we'll ask a pop-up question.
I forgot all about
that the other person does not know.
That's so much didn't know that I forgot about it. Hit me with it.
So if you've been following us, you know we've been married for a year.
A little over a year at this point.
We're
a year and a month and a half.
A year and almost 2 months. Almost 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my question is, what do you think you've learned? What's one thing you feel like you've learned after this year of marriage?
Everything will change.
Everything will change.
Nothing stays the same.
Like?
Life fluctuates and
it's kind of vague.
as life fluctuates, jobs, the household situations, where we live, what we make, what our family situation is, what's going on in life at the time, what's the status of the world, and everything. It will change our relationship dynamics, or it will affect our relationship and how we need to pivot and interact with each other. This is the most consistent and important thing that is going on in my life, is our marriage. And that, as much as autopilot could be easy thing, even what coasting or autopilot or our norm is a better word. Mm-hmm. That would be what our norm is. That looks different over this even just year of us being married. Yeah. 2.5, 3 years of being together. Total 3 years us being together. So yeah.
Okay. And so that brings us into our life update.
What's the update?
We got married September 17th, 2022.
Well, we told them that.
And so we've been gone for a couple of months. We had a very hectic summer, or I personally did, and so we had to kind of put the show down for a little bit so that we could be on the same page. And I think it's very important for people who love each other to kind of understand what the other person needs. And so we kind of worked through that. And my husband understood that I was very exhausted. The summer was a lot. Mm-hmm. And so we celebrated our anniversary this year, September 17th. We went to
Puerto Rico?
We went to Puerto Rico. We had a great time.
Yeah, we did.
We went jet skiing. We went snorkeling.
What else did we do? We went to Rainforest, got a ticket. We went to Old San Juan. We went to the Museum of Puerto Rico.
Yeah, we went to Metropole. Just pretty
Metropole, good. Ate some good food.
Good rice and
beans.
Had
a Puerto Rican girl laugh at the way I pronounced
churro.
Churro.
So we didn't say churro.
She was like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you know a good place we can get churros. Churros?
What is that? She was like, fried sugar sticks. She was like, that sounds like a churro. She was like, That. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Had some vegan food out there.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican vegan.
We also went to New York
2 times.
One to celebrate our friend's wedding. They got married. That was amazing.
And celebrate my grandmother's 93rd birthday.
Even more amazing. She's so awesome. But before we did all that, my husband was getting ready to remind you guys that we have kind of been on this fertility journey, trying to figure out this whole baby situation and how we're going to make that happen. And so we started going to the Carolina Fertility Institute. And so we met with them to talk through some things, and they gave us some stuff to try.
They told me to put my hips in, just to do the special move.
Yeah.
So it's like pow pow.
Got it.
What you talking?
Yeah, and so we've been trying some things, and turns out we're pregnant. Tell them about your pumpkin.
Oh yeah, so that's why I have my pumpkin head on. We're trying to figure out how we wanted to do our baby announcement, so we took pictures today that will be dropping. Honestly, like Tuesday. Yeah, does we drop this on Tuesdays?
I think so.
Yeah, so that works. Yeah. So by the time this episode drops, those pictures should be out on our IG page, the Beloved Dorsey's page.
Yep. So we're 12 weeks at this point. We're due May 13th. And this is our widow jelly bean. This is our widow baby. And we still don't know what we're having, but we're gonna find out very soon. Question: how do you feel?
Responsible. Yeah.
Aside from responsible, is that it?
Expected. I am. I mean, I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to meeting our child. I also know that meeting our child, I think just like anything that we go through, I address things from what the responsibilities that come along with that thing more than thinking about the enjoyment of the thing. I think I think about the enjoyment in coming later when we can do things with our child when they're old enough to move around or start talking and doing more activities and seeing their personality and stuff like that. So I feel like I feel a lot of things. What do you feel?
Very excited, very grateful.
Definitely grateful. Blessed.
Yeah. I think so. Right now I'm very tired. I think we've done a lot of like, oh my gosh, baby, very excited. So our sharing is a little more toned down than, because we found out at 5 weeks and we're 12 weeks now. So I know that when you ask for things, you will also have to take into consideration all the things that come with it. And so this is something that we very much wanted. But it's not until you're in something that you kind of fully understand what it is that you were asking for. And so my body is changing. And I'm at this weird space of like, I look like I ate a meatball sub. And it was a really big one.
As opposed to you want to look really pregnant?
I don't know. It just does. It looks, it's a belly, but it's kind of like not a belly where it's like, oh yeah, she's definitely pregnant. It's like, gain weight over there, you know? I don't know. But my body's changing. I was really sick for like 2 or 3 weeks. I've been extremely exhausted. My body, again, is changing. My boobs hurt sometimes. Sorry for those who's too much information for, but also not sorry at all. It'll be fine. You'll be fine. That's how the body works. But yeah, a lot of changing, and I am realizing that it's okay to also not enjoy all the changes. Like it is changed for a reason, and even though I asked to be in this space, and I'm glad I'm here, and I think I was having a hard time with that because I'm just kind of like, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. This hurts. That hurts. I'm so tired. And feeling like, dang, am I complaining about something that I asked for?
Mm-hmm.
But it's also part of the journey, and it doesn't have to feel good just because it's something that you asked for.
Yeah.
And so just kind of trying to give myself some grace with that. My husband has been absolutely amazing. Very understanding. Very supportive and, taking care of me and...
Girl's growing a human. It's crazy.
All the things. It's very wild.
And that the demands on your body are only just beginning.
Yeah. So, I feel good. I always said I wanted a baby by the time I was 30. I turned 30 next year. I got one by the time I was 29. I had a birthday. He had a birthday. We had birthdays.
Did have birthdays.
Happen.
Keep forgetting I'm 34. It's crazy.
34 is ridiculous.
34 is big wild because people that are born in 1991 are over 30, but 91 to me sounds like you're young or younger because my experience has been people who are born in 91 are several years younger than me, but that's 31 or 32 years old. So thinking that I'm older than that is like, whoa, that's...
You being 34 and I met you before you were 30 is kind of like you're almost, I mean, you just turned 34, so let's like slow down, right? Mm-hmm. But next year you'll be 35 and I'll be 30. It's kind of wild.
40 is around the corner.
Oh my gosh. You're old, man. You're like running away from your 30s and I'm just trying to get there.
I am on a travelator and I am being propelled.
There you go.
Away from 30 towards 40.
Yeah. But anyway, we're pregnant. We are learning and loving the journey. We're excited about it. So we'll talk more about our pregnancy journey, how we found out, how he found out, our parents' reactions, our friends' reactions.
And life in general. Yeah. And then all the fun married people things or social media things, all that stuff.
If you have a doom scroll topic that you want to talk about or a question that you want to ask,
please submit it on the Beloved Dorsey's Instagram page. Also follow at the Beloved Dorsey's. Follow our YouTube page, which is also the Beloved Dorsey's. We shout out our sponsor, as always, Black Girl Blessed Handmade Polymer Clay Earrings. You can get more information and order your own pair. These are the invisible sets right here at blackgirlblessed.com.
Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining us, and
don't be hoarse.
Don't be hoarse, and we'll catch you next time.
We out.
Bye. We forgot.
Also, we're gonna give you gender updates next episode because that'll be after the gender reveal. So
let us know when we drop a clip from this video. Boy, girl.
Yeah, boy, girl votes. That'll be great.
What are you thinking?
You already know what I know it's gonna be.
What you thinking?
It's gonna be a girl. My time out in these streets, because that is what has been promised. Yeah, so we'll see.
I think it's gonna be a girl.
She wants a girl.
I've dreamt twice about a girl,
and I think she's gonna undo the girlness because she wants it too bad.
Yeah, no, I said that. I think it's gonna be a boy because I want a girl too bad.
Yeah, that.
It's gonna be all my fault. So, anyways, again, now this time, until next time. Bye.